Um, this video is on depression, anxiety, insomnia, and I guess maybe some like PTSD. I'm 32 years old. Back when I was 21, I lost custody of my two daughters. My oldest daughter was physically abused, and child services came in and took her. I was charged with child endangerment. The guy was charged with physical abuse or domestic violence. I was put on probation for 2 years. I pleaded not guilty, took a polygraph test. The cops dropped charges on me because I passed the polygraph test. Long story short, I ended up with depression then. Years later, I ended up with anxiety. My depression came back, insomnia, and now I'm just trying to figure out how to get my life straightened out. I never did get my oldest daughter back. I got my youngest daughter back, and only because I passed the polygraph test and I was put on probation for 2 years, and yeah, they could have put me away for 10 years, but since I passed my polygraph test, you know, they just said, hey, you know what, we'll just put her down for child endangerment, give her 2 years probation, and, you know, she'll be good, because I was never a troublemaker. Having to deal with child services was very difficult. You know, it's mind games. Why are you crying? You know, you shouldn't be sad. Well, my daughter's taken away from me, for one, and you know, they were accusing me of it, which it was never proven on exactly who abused her. I've tried going on the Steve Wilkos show, and the guy that was accused of abusing my daughter was willing, but the other person that was going, that we wanted to go on the show, refused to go. Depression and anxiety and insomnia, and I also suffer from ADD, is very difficult to live with. I don't know when I wake up in the morning what mood I'm going to be in. When I get up in the morning, I have to take 72 milligrams of Concerta, and then I have to take I think it's 50 milligrams of Zoloft, which that Zoloft is my new medication. And then for nighttime, I take my sleeping medication. There somewhere. This is my Zoloft, what I have to take in the morning. I don't know where it's at, but I have to take, I just got my insomnia medication moved up to 10 milligrams, I believe, and then my anxiety medication, I got that moved up again to 1 milligram, because it just a half a milligram just was not working. Panic attacks suck. I could be in a good mood, and then suddenly out of the blue I start having a panic attack. And what's wrong with having all this is that, you know, all these mental issues, is that it's very, very difficult to try to figure out why you're having an anxiety attack, or, you know, a panic attack. You know, why am I depressed today, if I'm in a good mood. The reason why I say that is because, you know, there's times where I just want to sleep and sleep and sleep, but then there's times when, you know, I can't sleep, and that's difficult too. And with ADD and then depression, you know, it's when it makes you want to sleep too. But also, my ADD medication is supposed to help me stay up, and then, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's also supposed to slow down my brain. And then, you know, my Zoloft, I mean, I've only been on it for a few days, and I've actually noticed the difference with me. I'm more calm. I don't have like all this stuff going through my head, and I'm not going like crazy, I guess. You know, feeling crazy. I'm not an abusive person. I just, you know, there's just times where, you know, kids get out of hand or whatever, we're like, stop it, you know. Very, what's that word? Stressed out, most of the time. But lately I've been doing pretty good. I haven't really been too stressed out. Also with, you know, my Concerta, I'm supposed to actually, like, you know, crunch your hunger, and so does the Zoloft. And so having both of them, I'm just like, I don't want to eat this. And then, so I usually just wait until later on at night, like late night, to take, well, not the Concerta, but the Zoloft. Combination of both, it's like, whoa. I've recently actually quit my job about a month and a half ago. I went off on a girl at work, and it's very, very difficult to live with. It's, you know, the struggles every day, and most of the worst part about it is that, like, last year I went to I can't say the state, but I went for a court case. I was going for custody of my oldest daughter. She was abused again, for the third time in her life. She's 15 now, well, going on 15. She's been abused twice. Well, sorry, 3 times, but twice to court. And of course, you know, the person that has her still gets to keep her. The person that abused her got away with it. Child services was called in, of course, and I called child services, and the school called child services. Going to court, I had the assistant principal on my side, and then you know, he had his family, and it went from being me against him to him being against me, and everything that he said, the lawyer and the judges, well, not the lawyer, but the judge believed him. Over the judge even believed the father over the assistant principal. Now, at the time, I only talked to the assistant principal maybe 5 times. I mean, she's the one that's seen the marks too on my daughter. And then here it is a year later, and, you know, it's been a struggle to deal with. And I think that's the reason why it's such a struggle, because not with just what happened in 2001, but with her being abused again, and then, you know, and all this stuff that she tells me about what's going on, it affects me. It really affects me. And I mean, what kind of person's going to tell their daughter that, well, you're a woman, you don't need education, you believe, you should be just, having kids and, being a housewife and mother. You don't need an education. Telling my daughter that kind of stuff affects me, and then tells her that she's ugly and that she's retarded because she is such a beautiful girl and she knows it and everybody else knows it, but he has to downplay her, and it's just very ignorant of him. So, I have to now go through counseling to try to deal with the stuff that she has to go through and the stuff that, she tells me and the stuff that I have to go through with her. And it's I was told the other day that it's not going to end. I'm not going to get any better with the depression and the anxiety, until she comes back home with me, and then of course then it's going to be a struggle. But that's not until another 3 more years, because she's already said, she's like, I'm going to live with you, because she'll still be in high school. Yeah, I'm going to end this now, and then I'm going to start a new one, because I don't know how long it's going to be able to take on YouTube. Thanks for listening.